guess banjo players is a technique.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just using and this ramp here makes it really easy. That's why I had it. So the ramp.
Get your thinking about getting you one of those ramps.
Using his thumb and first 3 fingers.
Yes, I'm just using.
It's a modified John Entwistle.
So are you going thumb, index, middle?
Thumb, index, middle.
Thumb, index, middle, repeat.
Yeah. Well.
No, he said ring too.
Yeah, ring finger too.
Oh, you're also. Oh, so you're.
Yeah.
So
Abraham Memorial.
Absolutely.
Go guitar.
So also Matt Garrison used that one. Victor Wooten uses a different technique, which is thumb
Down, up,
and then pluck. And then
Dave Pastorius uses that too.
right, and everybody got their own way, but my question is, how once you decided to try it, how long did it take for you to perfect it? And I know what you're gonna say. Well, I ain't perfected it yet, but how long did you take to get it to where it is now?
It took some years. I mean, but just depending on how much you practice, you know. I practiced once I found out how to do it. I just got obsessed with it, so I was just
All day long.
it when I mean in the car, just so I can get it, so I can have it under
In the car.
Like,
Who's driving? You didn't have the bass with you. You just was
Doing the finger motions everywhere.
I'll be at the airport. I go in like the family restroom, lock the door, and just practice that.
That's all we need, brother. If they want to hear some more, they need to come to the show, right?
It's always weird for me to just play, without no music. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, bass players around the world, bass players from Pennsylvania, bass players, Detroit bass players, crawling bass players. Welcome to the BASSmint. That's BASSmint. I almost forgot how to spell it.
blooper.
BASSmint. Welcome to the BASSmint, sir. Tell us your name.
My name is Alan Evans. I'm known as Snoop.
Snoop. Welcome to the BASSmint, man.
Yeah, glad, thank you for having me.
Oh man, you know how long I'm telling y'all, I'm really a stalker. I've been when I call him, I'm cringe. I'm like, I wonder if I'm calling him too much.
I'm honored you called me, man. I'm honored, man.
That be cracking me up. I be like, I wonder if I'm getting on his nerve by trying to get him in the basement.
Does he have a restraining order?
Yeah. and he finally made it to the basement. He's gonna let me interview him. But first, before we get to that, I gotta introduce all of these other bass players in the basement. Starting to my left, we got, tell us your name, Eric.
Eric William Markley. I'm from Trenton originally.
welcome to the basement. We are going to do an interview with him, not today, but we getting you, man. And tell us your name.
Skip Simons out of Utica, Michigan.
Welcome back to the basement also. And thanks for coming back, man. And we getting an interview with you because I can't wait to talk to both of you guys, man. So is that cool?
Oh, that's
we can
cool.
do one. All right, we get y'all next
Lock
year.
us in for January.
We will get you. And next to the two Detroit bass players, tell us your name.
I'm Vivian Severin. I'm Gabriel Severin's mom.
Thank you so much for bringing Gabe. She's the mother of the bass sensation and phenom. It's over 2.4 million views by the time y'all see this. I prefer the basses, yeah. By the time y'all see Snoop's interview, it should have 3 million views because I'm a slow editor. Be summertime before I get this one. Next to her, tell us your name.
Emily Rogers.
Emily Rogers, another Detroit bass player and Detroit bass player in the Detroit bass players in the BASSmint alumni. Thank you for coming. She's an awesome bass player. Thank you for coming to hang out in the basement with us, Emily.
It's always a pleasure.
Where's your bass at? Which
I'll
one
go
you
get
bring?
it.
Which one you bring
The
today?
leaf.
Okay. She gonna pull a leaf out in a minute, y'all. You'll know what we talking about. Next to her is, tell us your name.
Jimmy Williams.
And are you a bass player?
Not yet.
See, that's how we do in the basement. If you go through all our episodes, you will see babies. There's like, I'm serious, 6-month-old babies. It's gonna be bass players. You got her, she hasn't started. She's a violinist, so she's musically talented. And she's also my niece, so you know she got skills. I mean, it's just, I'm Big Eye, in case I never introduced myself. And that's my niece, so you know she gonna have skills on the bass. See, look.
She is pretty.
Also in the basement, well, you holding the bass there, but it ain't yours.
No.
Who's this?
Gabe Severin.
Gabe Severin, my man. My man, thank you for coming to hang out with us in the basement. This is an awesome bass player. How old are you, man? 12 years old. We gonna do an interview with this guy coming up, so y'all make sure y'all don't miss that interview too. We already did it, but I'm just saying we're gonna do it because it sounds better. It has more, yeah, cheese. Yeah, it got more cheese. Like they're gonna do it. Second take.
Yeah, see?
We already did an interview with him, so check it out. Also in the basement is tell us your name, sir.
Steve Burkhalter.
Steve Burkhalter also works with Bass Gear Magazine, fine photographer, and fine bass player as well. And we're gonna be posting his interview today. Thank you for that interview. Also in the basement,
Mr. Max, working on my next CD, just so you know.
so a second CD,
Third.
So look up Don Max, Google, you know how we do, Google or Siri, whoever's out there now. Mr. Don Max. And the music sounds fine too, man. And thank you for that Ohio Players bet we did for that. Did you hear it yet?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Also in the basement is another fine Detroit bass player. Tell us your name.
Pope Panther. Pope Star. Pope Delicious. Straight from the Pope Metropolis.
Big fan of Jocko Pope stories.
Yes, sir. That's my cousin. I noticed he had some orange in his face. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Thank you for coming again. Also next to him,
Charles Folks.
welcome back. Welcome to the basement. We're gonna have to get an interview with you too, man. Thank you for coming out. Dead serious. Also, tell us your name, sir.
Baby boy Bob.
Baby boy.
That's my brother, Jamee's father. Thank you for letting her play bass, man.
Sure, not a problem. Even though I play keyboards and also sing and do voiceovers. If you need me, feed me.
Yeah. If you need them, feed them.
Yeah.
Also hanging out in the basement with us. Tell us your name.
Chris Snyder from Taylor.
Chris Snyder from Taylor. Another Detroit bass player, new to the basement. Got to get that interview, bro. So you got to come back. Also hanging out with us in the basement. Tell us your name.
Dave Perkins from
Another fine Detroit bass player, retired, but his history, we're going to definitely have to. Me and this guy played for the same music director out there on the road doing that doo-wop stuff. You know, when I did the doo-wop tour, he used to do it. I'm doing it now, and we played for the same music director, Mr. Glenn Robbie. So that was fun talking about him. And also we got with us, tell us your name.
Big Papa.
Tony Mo.
Tony Mo in the basement. You gotta check out his interview, folks.
Yes.
And I'm sorry these intros take so long, Snoop.
It's all good.
But these bass players be coming to the basement, and we need y'all to come hang out in the basement. We love it. We like talking and asking questions and stuff y'all don't see off camera. We just be talking, networking, and exchanging phone numbers and stuff like that. So, with that said, welcome to the basement, Snoop. Out.
Thanks for having me.
My first question I always like to ask is, when did you start playing the bass and why?
I started playing bass around, I think 15. I want to say 15. Started out playing drums since I was 3, so still a drum lover, and I don't know, just fell in love with bass around, just really got serious about it around 15. Put the video games down, just everything, I just fell madly in love with bass. So that's when it happened, around 15.
Okay, and that why trigger, what was that trigger to just say bass?
Why?
Yeah, the trigger. You think, maybe?
It's funny, it's a lot of reasons, but I never told it, but it's anybody remember the Disney cartoon Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
It was a section on Under the Sea where it was like a bass part. When I heard that bass part,
Break
I was
down
like,
the middle.
Yeah, I heard that bass. I was like, yeah, that's kind of sweet. So that stuck with me. And then, I've been in church all my life and just, listening to different church basses. And then I heard Marcus. I was like, I have to play bass.
All right, so don't forget the exclusive. This grown man was watching The Little Mermaid, okay?
I was like 14 at the time.
Oh, I ain't mad at you, bro. Okay, so look, like I was saying, I've been trying to get you in this basement for like 4 years because to me, you're one of the finest bass players in Detroit, still living here.
Oh, it's on.
Cause you know it's easy, and somebody in your position that's always getting them phone calls and it's so easy to get up and leave Detroit. But you stand here, and there's 3 bass players I like to say. Dallas got Kevin Williams. You know Kevin Williams?
Oh yeah.
The left-handed gospel, the gospel boy. I call him gospel boy. Chicago got Sheree Reed. Mm-hmm. You know him?
Absolutely.
And I like to say Detroit got Alan Snoop Evans.
Wow.
There we go.
Because, I've seen you perform, and you be killing it, bro. That's as simple as that. You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan, and I'm glad you decided to come and hang out in the basement. Thanks, Gabe. Y'all check out Gabe's interview. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Gabe made a few people. Gabe had a few extra people come to the basement today. Y'all got to check out his interview when we do it. So Snoop, man, what kind of bass is that you playing right there?
This is a performance bass.
Is that one of your favorite? Is that what you're endorsing now, or what?
I'm still with Warrior. I still endorse Warrior, love Warrior. I have 2 performance basses that I just love to play. Just tone and just the way it feels, just for that, that whole punchy feel, tone, everything. So, yeah, absolutely.
How many basses do you have?
I got 4. I've had to get rid of some to get some others, but yeah, I got 4. So, yeah. Possibly one on the way. So.
And what you think? What is it gonna be? Another performance?
Another warrior.
Another another signature warrior.
Yeah, it's a jazz. It's a jazz they doing now, and it sounds excellent. So I'm really excited about that.
Now, folks, like I said, I'm a big fan of this man. He actually plays for another Detroit bass player who lives in Dallas now, or who lives in Texas now. Fred Hammonds, gospel legend now. You know what I'm saying? And bass player, but Snoop is his bass player. And
Detroit alumni.
he ain't been in the basement yet.
I know, but I'm saying he's a Detroit bass player.
Oh yeah, he's a Detroit bass player. Yeah, most definitely. And I've been reaching, stalking Fred too, and he locked the doors on me. I gotta go through you to get to Fred. Let me ask you, how's it playing? I know you gotta ask this question a million times. How's it playing the bass for a bass player?
Well, I gotta say it was fun. I'm not with him anymore. It's been a little transition, but I was with him for 12 years, and it was great experience. He constantly pushes you. He constantly pushes you to be more aggressive, be more stage presence wise. I never really moved when I played bass, but like they had wireless and I was walking across the stage. Like that's the first time I ever done that, so that was fun. It just he pushed me in the more ways than I can explain. So yeah, I thank God for that experience.
Okay, well, I mean, and during this time, I know you network and you travel around the world. One thing I remember you talking about is Africa, right?
Yeah.
You got to hang out in Africa and play. And the killing thing is like 100,000 people watching.
I know at Lagos, Nigeria, the experience it was 500,000 people there. They had two soccer stadiums full, and they had like an overflow stadium.
Overflow.
With
500,000 people.
I never seen nothing like that in my life. So
That had to be awesome, man. And scary.
but there's so many people. It's just like, man, forget it. I mean, there's so many people. Like first 5 minutes, I'm just like, oh my God. And then after a while, it's like, okay. Once I start playing, it's like, okay.
Yeah, that would scare me to death. 500,000 in Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sounds scary, but awesome at the same time.
Absolutely.
And I also had to bring this out because some of the other people you played with is like Byron Cage, right? Who makes sensational gospel music. You did the first family of gospel here, the Winans, right?
Yeah, I had a chance to do that.
The Clark, you get to work with the Clark sisters, which is really the first family of gospel. Really is, but they all girls, so that's why I call the Winans the first family, because they got boys too, girls and boys, or men and women.
Yes.
And also somebody else that I listened to that you played with was what's his name? Dietrich Haddon. And James Fortune. And Fire, and it's just crazy, at my church I get to play songs that another Detroit bass player recorded. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So you did recordings. Vicky Whiting did recordings with a lot of people, and it ain't all just gospel. You did some secular music too, right?
Yeah, a while ago. Played for an artist named Calvin Richardson, like a while back. So I mean, I love all types of music, but I just I stay with gospel. But yeah, I worked with Calvin Richardson. I worked with Alexander Zonjic. Played with him. Love that experience.
Tim Bowman,
absolutely, yeah. Tim Bowman, and so try to get around.
right? So who you working with? What's up with you now? What you doing now?
I've been currently at the Word Network. I'm kind of a regular there. Christian Network TV. I've I've been traveling with Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
Donnie McClurkin.
And Jonathan Nelson, he's another one. He
Ooh.
put out a while. So yeah, I'm keeping busy. Keeping busy, thank God.
Man, and thank you for keeping busy. That was the only bright spot in not being to do an interview with him. He's always busy, and I always prefer. Look, I'd rather you be on the road and feeding your family than in the basement hanging out with me. But thank you, Gabe. You know, so I ain't want to keep you, man. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and man, you know, y'all just don't know today. It's a special day.
Big day.
Because I got 2 interviews out there I've been trying to do for like 4 years.
If not longer.
I mean, now I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I ain't gotta stalk you no more. I don't know. If not,
He's stalking you.
man, don't get back on the award shows and nothing. I'm gonna have to get you back in here again. You know,
I gotta show the hometown love. This is my home. This Detroit is my home.
right? We talk all the time. He's always like, I'm gonna get in there, and I'm not gonna show you no more game. I'm sorry, but like I said, man, I ain't want to keep you, but it was so nice to get an interview with you finally. And Mike Harrington swung on through.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's one of Detroit's finest and sought after. You know what I'm saying?
Real deal.
Yeah, these is what bass players. This is what bass players look like to me. You know what I'm saying? Snoop and Mike, and I got both of them out the way today. So I thank you for that, and I just want to know if anybody else have any questions for this fine bassist.
Why, sure. I have a lot of questions for him. Vicky Winans, Shake Yourself Loose. One of my favorites. When I heard that, I had to find out who it was. Happened to be you. Man, you was lighting them up on that. And now, I mean, all the stuff you do, but I was very, very, very impressed. Very impressed. And then just doing your thing from there. I got a quick question. So is that your addition or just your name on there?
It's just my name.
Okay. I'm like, they got the performance Snoop
Personalized.
Yeah.
No, they
Every bass pole has
personalize
a
it.
full
Yep.
personalization.
This regular model. Yep.
Now, and seeing I don't want to take up the floor, but I will keep asking questions
Go
until
ahead.
somebody else jumps. So what kind of strings do you use?
I use labellas and DRs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nickels or steel?
Nickels.
Nickels.
Yep. Love them.
Nickel.
Okay, I got one.
What was your first bass you played?
Oh man, my first bass. I think my dad got it from. I think he said like J.C. Penney's or something. Little 4-string and
Harmony.
and it's.
I had one of
I
those.
think so. I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
I think so.
Sears used to sell the Harmony guitars and basses. Yeah.
He just wanted to see if I was serious about it, and he saw like when he saw that I put down video games, like that actually scared him. Like when he saw that, he was like, okay, he mean business. So I was a video game fanatic. So he I started cutting grass and just working. He said, if you come up, I saw it was an Ibanez 5-string that I wanted. He said, if you serious about it, if you come up with half, I'll come up with the other half.
Man, your dad sounds like mine.
Yep.
Wow.
And I'm
See
glad he
real.
did that because he wanted to see how serious I was
Yep.
about it. And so went from that to J.C. Penney bass to Ibanez. That was my second bass.
Okay,
You got one more?
Eric.
Go ahead.
Yeah, coming from your musical background, tell me what you think of progressive music, like, for example, Rush, Geddy Lee's bass playing, or the bass playing of
Dave-
Christopher Squire.
Dave LaRue.
70s bassists.
I try to really get into all types. Like what's the guy name you said?
Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee. I haven't really studied that much, but I've heard some of his stuff, and he's an amazing bass player. And it's like I'm glad for stuff like this, so I can learn, because I want to experience all types of music. But I'm definitely looking into that. And, yes, sir.
Who did Dave LaRue play with?
Oh
Everybody.
Dixie Dregs?
Right now, the one band I'm liking him in is Flying Colors.
Didn't he play with Dixie Dregs?
Yeah.
Dave LaRue, Mike Portnoy. Who's on guitar in that? Is it
That's
Steve Morse?
Yeah. Dixie Dregs was
Steve Morse a lot.
Well, the same people was in the Dixie Dreads.
Yeah,
Steve,
LaRue was in
Steve
it. Yeah.
Morse and David LaRue, the Dixie Dreads.
Yeah.
You might want to check that out.
Absolutely.
Check out Dave LaRue.
Yeah, this is old. This is old school.
Really like
I've been following his bass lessons a lot. Too. They're really good bass lessons.
Thank you.
Cause that's how this is how I find out about.
Yeah.
And then I go look at it. I was like, I missed that for all of these years.
I love it. Like when I first heard Billy Sheehan, I was just I was blown away. Like you gotta be kidding me.
Really?
Billy Sheehan is absolutely amazing. So,
Yeah.
and I found out by just watching things like this and somebody just threw a name out. Man, check out Billy, and I saw him with Steve Vai and Astoria. And just wow. Yes, yeah. So
Steve I used to play with the Dixie Dreads, didn't he?
No, he was more of a Zappa.
Brian Beller's another real good in that field.
Yeah, he started out.
Plays with
Vibe.
Aristocrats right now.
yeah, I'm gonna
Brian
check it all
Beller,
out.
seriously good
Check it all
bass.
out.
Okay. So
I got a question. What kind of amplification are you using?
TC Electronics.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
love them.
yeah, and my other question is on those big tours, are they going all in ear without amps on those big gospel tours?
When
I know
I-
the pop tours are now, so I'm just wondering.
When I did Festival of Praise 1 and 2 and UT tour and McDonald's tour, we used in-ears. We used in-ears and
Did you have amps too, or just in ears?
we had amps. We had
Okay.
amps. I think the drummer had monitor, sub, and in-ears. So but yeah, but like bass and keyboard and guitar had in-ears.
Now, do you have your own personal in-ears that you like? Because I know you play around here too. So do you have your own that you use, or are you just when you're on big tours like that?
I have some Sensophonics.
Okay.
With Sensophonics, but I've been hearing about so many 1964 and you know, all
Okay,
these
yeah.
different things. But yeah, I've been using Sensophonics for some years. So yeah.
Do you use any effects with your playing at all? Or?
I don't. I had an octave switch, but I kind of I don't know. I kind of stopped using it because of just having to run in and set up and not really having time to get it out and get it ready. So I don't know. I kind of just tried to incorporate it in my playing, just to make it sound like I had one. So I do want to kind of branch off into that though.
too much to remember for me, man. Like Gabe did his. You got to remember it's hard enough remembering what notes I got to play. Now I got to push a button at a certain time, and then I'm just
impressed by that pitch.
There you go.
Yeah,
Mississippi.
That sounded good.
I'll probably edit that out. This ain't about me, but
To that beat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
look, man. Anybody else have any questions?
I got one. I brought my daughter here today, who's Ivan's niece.
Okay.
She's going to, I'm buying her a bass next month. She'll be 17.
Wonderful.
So, do you got any tips, whatever,
And
to
Like what kind and what
4 or
string?
5.
it all depends on you. I start out with a 4. I personally love 5 because of just that low register. And you said you played violin.
Mm-hmm.
I played violin in 5th grade. Played violin and just mess with cello a little bit, but I think my thing is just listen to everything. You got great guys to guide you and just and what to study and it's a lot of lady bass players coming up that's killing. Like right there, right? Absolutely. So I just say while you got time. Like I look at Mono Neon, the other guy, just he lives in his room playing. It's like while you got time, learn, listen to everything. I used to practice all day, every day. I used to do my homework at school so I could come home and just practice all day.
Yes.
But
Get money worth.
Absolutely. Because there's gonna come a time where you gotta work and you ain't gonna have time to practice like you used to. So just take all the time you want.
And if you do like he's saying, you'll be able to, instead of getting the job, your bass will be your job. Like, Daddy, look it up. I'm like, hey, I love you, child. Well, look, folks. Like I said, we ain't want to keep the man, but we will be having a round table discussion after this interview about whatever we want to talk about in the bass world. And the folks that watch this stuff say they love that. So Snoop, I hope you stick around to help us talk about some good bass stuff. Gabe, I hope you stick around. And so we can have these bass discussions on these round tables. And with that said, Snoop, is there anything that you would like to say in closing before you play us out?
I just want to say thanks so much for thinking of me, for being patient, being patient with me. I'm really honored to be here, and I appreciate you all.
Okay, well, thank you, man. Why don't you just play us something out, man, so we can let you go.
Walk us out.
I'm the same way. When they ask me to play something, I can't think of nothing.
That drove me nuts. That drove me nuts in my head.
Go ahead.
Yeah. After listening to him, it's like, what do you Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
All right.